Chat, it has been a long while since I've gotten back into the commentary booth, but here I am, ready to go for tonight. Kicking us off is KC Cauldron versus the Rebellion in a special doubleheader where both matches are win or go home. This is the only Mazar, and in this season 10.5 week 2, we are kicking it off with two lower round 1 matches. We're going to start off with the premiere, as you see right here. Frontera SD Azul versus EC Eternal will be the second lower round 1 match. They will be kicking off during this match, so they kick off 30 minutes later. And because we don't have a way to show you the start, we will jump right in whenever this match is done. There is a third match happening tonight as well between EM Dallas Burn and Steel Army in the upper semifinal of the championship, but we're still trying to sort out if we can get that shown or not. But we don't have any time to waste, chat. I wanted to show you guys the bracket real quick, but both teams are in and ready to go. So we are gonna kick off very, very soon. Seeing who is in chat right now, I see Skyline kicking us off with 100 bits. Thank you very much for your kind donation once again, Skyline. Every little bit does count and help us out with our pool for a potential SGL LAN, hopefully this year, depending on where Worlds gets announced. Devin, good to see you as well in chat. Good luck to you guys. And Skyline, good luck to you as well in your upper semifinal matchup. Fnatic, good to see you here. Hopefully you get to play tonight for the Rebellion. And this is important, dude. It's a winner-go-home matchup anyways. Okay, chat. I think we are in luck because we might be able to show the second matchup that's happening right now between EM Dallas Burn and Steel Army. So let's see if I can get that loaded up real quick. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Absolutely terrific stuff right here. I'm actually really happy we got to be able to show this. Okay, so let us jump right in. We are gonna kick off very soon. Yes, we are going double header here. PIP. It's gonna be good tonight, folks. All right, 1 second. Just one other thing I want to make sure of right here. Thank you very much, Anomaly, for putting on that link. If anyone wants to catch that, Ponzi09 on Twitch.tv. We will be kicking off very soon with the winner-go-home match between KC Cauldron and the Rebellion. Just bear with me for a second, chat, as I get all of that set up. So yeah, that is the Ponzi POV. Forgive him for the awkward camera angle, but at least he'll be able to keep up with the action. Excuse me. Both teams are now starting to go in. We will be kicking off KC Cauldron versus the Rebellion right now. Here we go. So it looks like the other matchup has not started yet. Gonna go back to the main showcase right here. Smitty, Serrano, and Fatality for KC Cauldron coming in for their most important match of this season. Facing off against Triple C, Polar, and Shorts, the OG Rebellion trio back in the Premier against a top side in the Cauldron. And they get the first goal to kick things off tonight. Polar getting a shot off of the right flank. A slow lofted effort, Smitty not able to deal with it, Fatality not able to get back in time, and it's the Rebellion who get the hot start, 1-0 with less than a minute played. And Serrano jumps right back in with the equalizer, no time to waste, 8 seconds straight after kickoff, Smitty carrying it to the other end. Ball bouncing off the backboard, Serrano right there to put it into the empty net. The Rebellion lead lasted only 8 seconds, and it's tied 1 apiece as we go back into the double game view. EMDB versus Steel Army finally kicking off. Bozy POV on the right and on the left, the main matchup. Winner go home in the Premier in lower round 1 between Cauldron of Sporting KC and the Rebellion of New England Revolution. And right now, the Rebellion are in a really good spot right now, putting Cauldron under pressure. And it's Shorts who gets into the goal action this time. The Rebellion looking like the dominant selves as they were in the championship. This time doing it in the Premier against the solid KC Cauldron side. Fatality, Smitty, and Serrano is a top trio right there, but the Rebellion are dealing with them very well. Do the Cauldron have a response right here? Fatality looking for an early shot, saved. Now the ball stuck on the right flank of the orange half. Serrano going for a solo effort. Everyone gets faked out, and Serrano pulls up clutch yet again. Every time KC Cauldron has been in trouble, Serrano has turned up and delivered. Insane fake right there. And Cauldron get the equalizer straight after kickoff yet again. The Rebellion try as they might, just unable to hold on to their lead. I'm not gonna lie, Chad, I was not expecting to solo commentate this tonight, but you have no one else stepping up. My voice is still not 100%, so if you hear me coughing or whatever, or just struggling to get my words out, you now know why. Speaking of struggling to get out, the Rebellion are stuck in their own half. Multiple efforts on their goal. Shorts trying to get it out. Now Polar gets it to the other end finally, but he doesn't have the boost to follow this up. Serrano well settled, carrying it, flicking it up. Smitty behind him. Fatality, the third man, to kick off yet another attack. Beats one, has to beat Polar. Gets the challenge on Polar. Ball bouncing into the middle. Serrano there to clean up, and Polar sneaks it past him. Fatality has to slow it down for his teammates, but he gets demoed. Smitty, though, is back and ready to kick off another Cauldron attack. Connor, good to see you in chat. Calling for Pipe Shot Gogan. So the Rebellion starting off with their OG trio. No Gogan, no Fnatic in this game 1, but no problem for them. Tied 2 apiece as we are in the second half. Cauldron having to deal with that. The Rebellion chooses to be more respectful, but Fatality makes a pay with a counterattack. Getting the ball from the backboard, beating one, open net at his mercy, taps it in. And KC Cauldron get their first lead of game 1 with 2 minutes 14 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, on the right side, as you can see, game 1 between EM Dalsburg and Steel Army in the upper semifinal of the championship. 1 apiece. If you remember EM Dalsburg's previous iteration, EM Big Dogs from season 9, they had An incredible upset against Steel Army in the championship. Looking to do something similar, except with a stronger squad. Steel Army, though, wanted to show that they are still the top team in the championship division. But so far, so good for EM Dallas Burn. Meanwhile, the Rebellion are looking to get their own equalizer right here. Bowler looking to get a touch to keep the ball away from the Cauldron. But Smitty keeps close control, beats one, looking to use all his boost to get the final touch, but he couldn't make it. Triple C gets it out. And now Serrano booms it away to give his teammates some relief. The Rebellion just not able to get to the ball before Fatality, who gets his second, and the Cauldron's fourth. That is a clutch goal for the Cauldron. They needed that. 69 miles per hour, 110 kilometers per hour. A nice goal, courtesy of Allen's BangersOnly.com radar gun. And for the Cauldron, that is a huge second, huge two-goal advantage, rather. But that two-goal advantage doesn't last for too long. 6 seconds after kickoff, the Rebellion are back. Shorts getting the assist off the right corner. Triple C flying in, beating Serrano to the ball. 4-3, 69 seconds remaining. We are set up for a nice finish in Game 1, chat. Who will take Game 1 and take the initiative? Connor, I forgot to mention this earlier. That chat that you got going for Gogan, that is a sick chat, man. That's absolutely sick. I would love to hear that one of the Rebellion teammates shout this out and interview Gogan. Maybe if you want to do it, maybe you can as well, you know, but we'll see if you guys are in the mood right now. The Rebellion, they'll need to catch up. They need to get back into this as we are in the final minute. Triple C looking to get his team going, but Smitty moves it to the other end off of the crossbar. Bowler straight up onto the counter. Doesn't really get a solid touch right there. Now Shorts uses all of his boost just to get a touch off the backboard and away. But Smitty looking to hang back and wait instead of look for the final shot. Looking for a psycho, but the ball just gets away from him. Fatality tries his best to clear it, but Shorts is there to keep the pressure going as we enter the final 10 seconds. Shorts and Bowler combined. And you know that duo is always going to step up. The equalizer this time from the Rebellion. It is the Shorts Polar combo, the deadliest combo in the championship in season 10, now causing problems for KC Cauldron. 4-4, 9 seconds remaining. Who will take Game 1? Meanwhile, Steel Army takes the initiative in Game 1. They win that 2-1. EM Dallas Burn. Tried as they might, losing Game 1, but there's still a long way to go for them as we enter overtime. Between KC Cauldron and the Rebellion, no Fnatic, no problem. This OG trio has stood up to this solid trio of Serrano, Fatality, and Smitty, but now Fatality brings it forward. Couldn't beat Bowler despite the demos from his teammates. Ball bouncing in the midfield. Smitty with the shot. Shorts is there to take it away. My goodness, this has been an insane Game 1, by the way. Back and forth. Both teams having good opportunities. It's all about the fine margins. Who can make the fewer errors? Who can get the final moment of magic? And it's Polar! Polar with the game winner! I mentioned this earlier. Fnatic was their big signing for Season 10.5, but they did not need Fnatic to beat Serrano, Smitty, and Fatality. The Rebellion take Game 1 in overtime. What a start for the team that impressed in the championship last season. Oh, that is an absolutely massive win, chat. Absolutely massive win for the Rebellion right here. So we jump right into the EM Dallas Bird Steel Army matchup. Steel Army take the lead with only 7 seconds played out. EM Dalsberg looking to be in a bit of a pickle, but there's Posey with the open net. Somehow couldn't get it in. Somehow couldn't get to the ball first. Anomaly with a follow-up, Debit with a good save. Meanwhile, we will be getting started with Game 2 very soon. Rebellion up 1-0. No time to waste. Both teams are entering right now. We are going to kick off right here, right now. And as you can see, chat, Fnatic makes his appearance, subbing himself in for Polar. If I was a Rebellion, I wouldn't want to break the trio, but they want to rotate. Here we go. The Cauldron sticking to their trio as they look to bounce back. Remember, this is win or go home. The loser ends their season tonight. So for both teams, it is absolutely imperative that they win right here so they can continue. The loser will finish the season in 7th place. Chat, I hope y'all are having a good Tuesday so far. Kicked off really well in the lower round 1 of the Premier. Now the Cauldron looking to get the first goal! And Serrano capitalizes on the pressure. Fatality getting one off of the backboard, getting another off. The Rebellion all over the place, not able to set themselves up. Serrano finishing it up, getting the goal for the Cauldron. They take the lead with less than a minute played in Game 2. But as you can see right here, every time the Cauldron score, the Rebellion respond, and so they have yet again. Not too long after kickoff, Shorts gets it out of the right flank. A double commit from the Cauldron, and they get punished for it. The Rebellion equalized just like that. They are not going to give up that easily, that's for sure. No matter who they face, they will step up. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with, for sure. Smitty looking for the ground pinch. Just didn't get enough power. The Rebellion were ready for that. Fatality hanging back and waiting for his chance to get involved. Can he beat Triple C? He gets a good challenge right to the middle, but the ball falls favorably to Shorts, who gets it out. Smitty looking to restart an attack. Gets 2, but couldn't get the 3rd flip reset. Serrano now trying to create a chance right here. Gets one bump, but nobody's there to take advantage. Fatality just choosing to wait. Smitty was back as the 3rd anyways. You'd think he would have gone for that, but he chose to be patient. And now the Rebellion are up, looking to take the lead right here. And they choose to play patient as well. Triple C looking for a back pass, but he plays it straight to the Cauldron, who look to get the lead right now. Bit of chaos. And both teams just looking to get some order. Fatality trying to get it on target. Just off. Shorts with a clutch epic save to get it out of the near post. Finally clears it away as well, and the Rebellion can breathe a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, on the right side, EM Dallas Bird have responded to their Game 1 defeat with an emphatic 3-1 lead right now, and they're looking for their 4th. Just gonna get it on target. Steel Army get away with it right there. That could have been Game 2 for EM Dallas Bird, and Bear Blitz gets one back. They punish EM Dallas Bird for not converting their chats. Bear Blitz in there for his goal. 3-2 to EM Dallas Bird with less than 90 seconds remaining. As you see on the left, Fatality gets a great finish off of Smitty's awesome pass. Low down off the backboard. Fatality powers it past Triple C. 2-1 with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. The Rebellion now need to respond. They've been on the back foot for much of this game. Can they step up? Can they take over? Can they somehow get a win here whilst they are behind? Connor You have all game to go for your buddies in the Rebellion to get back. Don't worry about getting a cardiac arrest. This Rebellion team still has it in them to beat this Cauldron side as they put them under pressure right now for the final 90 seconds. Fatality, though, looking for a shot off the side wall. Good save right there by Fnatic. Short's trying to get it out, but couldn't. Fnatic tries to take over. No boost for him, though. Serrano, no boost either, but he doesn't need to worry about boost as he just tries to waste time. Smitty, though, couldn't get the control. Fatality does to get the save. Now Serrano gets beat to the ball. Fatality trying to up the pace, trying to up the ante. Shorts, though, not able to get to the ball. Fnatic needs to get back to solidify the backline. Can he start an attack right here? He's done so much already. Gets bumped away. Shot by Triple C. Not troublesome for Serrano. He clears it away. Gets his own shot. It's KC Cauldron. Double their lead courtesy of Serrano. 63 miles per hour, 100 kilometer per hour solo effort off of AlexBakersOnly.com radar gun. KC Cauldron with a 2-goal advantage. And surely that's game 2 in their favor. Meanwhile, on the right side, EM Dalsberg sealed the deal. It is now 1 apiece in the upper semifinal between those two sides. They're going to be switching their server over to US East. Meanwhile, we're going to be sticking right here. And speaking of sticking, we are going to be staying in the same server. KC Cauldron electing to play in US East, which means we don't need to worry about switching servers after game 2. We're going to stay in US East for the whole match. Great response by KC Cauldron. They bounced back terrifically from that shocking game 1 loss in overtime. And they have turned this into a best of 5 with their game 2 victory. KC Cauldron respond with an emphatic 3-1 win. Bunch, good to see you in chat, bro. Is your team elected to just stick with trios, like just one team of 3 for the whole match? Is that the approach you guys are going to take for this season? Whilst we wait for Cauldron versus the Rebellion to kick off game 3, EM Dalsberg versus Steel Army has already kicked off. A great effort by Bonesy, but Devitt somehow squeezes it out of the goal line. What a save! And game 3 kicks off at DFH for Cauldron versus the Rebellion. Save trio for KC Cauldron. Smitty taking the lead right here. Meanwhile, the Rebellion rotate. Polar and Gogan come in for Triple C and Fnatic. You get the Polar Shorts trio duo back together, and Gogan is the third to complement them in this game 3. But right now, they need to get into swing of things real quick. Behind at the moment, but this matchup has been all about early goals and early responses. Can the Rebellion get back? Not like that, though. Terrible moment right there for Polar. Just couldn't get to the ball, lost control of his Octane. Fatality gets the second for Cauldron. 2-0 with only 23 seconds played out. What a start this is for these SKC boys. Oh my goodness, and it just goes from bad to worse. 8 seconds after kickoff. Serrano off the backboard, Smitty off the backboard, Polar with 0. Looks to get the challenge, but the ball ricochets off the crossbar right to fatality for a fortuitous double. 3-0. And this game is running away from the Rebellion already. KC Cauldron showing everyone that they need business despite getting swept by El Matador in the upper quarterfinals. And there it is, another one. The 4th for KC Cauldron. This time Serrano getting involved in the goals. Not sure if that was a ghost touch. It kind of looked like a ghost touch from the Rebellion defender right there. Serrano doesn't care. He gets his 4th. He gets the team's 4th. 4-0 to the Rebellion. We've not even played a minute there. Oh my goodness, it just keeps getting worse and worse. KC Cauldron are here and they need business. 5-0. And we've only played 1 minute 3 seconds. Smitty and Fatality both on a hat trick as well. Meanwhile on the right side, EM Dallas Bird take a 3-1 lead of their own against Steel Army. If they win this game 3, they will take advantage, but a long shot from Devitt, and it's 3-2 now. A lot more time remaining, unlike in game 2 when Bear Blitz got one back. Meanwhile, in the winner go home matchup on the left, you see Cauldron up 5-0. The Rebellion trying still to settle in, but KC Cauldron just have their number on everything. Another open net. Fatality could have drilled it low, but chose to pop it up, allowing the Rebellion to get back. Maybe he just wanted to waste some more time instead of worrying about getting more goals. But you never want to give this Rebellion team a chance to come back. We've seen some crazy comebacks already in SGL this season. This might be a bit too much even for a Rebellion team like this. It just keeps fighting and never giving up. Right on, good to see you in chat, bro. Sorry, I gotta catch up in chat real quick now that the action's kind of calmed down. Funch saying we haven't really talked about it much, but personally I don't like messing with chemistry with subs unless we could sub in someone like Serrano. I totally get that. And you know what? The chemistry gets built up over time anyways, and if it does, you don't want to break that. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I totally agree with that approach. Connor saying mountains are meant to be climbed. This was a few minutes ago. I mean, if you're speaking of mountains right here, you're probably talking about Mount Everest right now for the Rebellion in this game 3. The only good thing is they'll still have a bunch of games left to catch up with, but losing 5-0, being down 5-0 like this at the moment, it's just not good at all for the morale. Polar trying to get it out from the backboard, just doing what he can to disrupt the Cauldron right now. The Rebellion haven't really been able to create many of their own chances in this game. Just been way too focused on disrupting the Cauldron, and that has allowed the Cauldron to just dictate the pace and tempo right here. Right, Dog, I see your message in chat. I see why you say that. Devitt definitely has to figure it out because his team is down 2 yet again with 30 seconds remaining. EM Dallas Burn up 4-2 in game 3. This will put them on top in the upper semifinal. Now for EM Dallas Burn and Steel Army, the loser will still remain. They'll just be going down to the lower bracket, so it's not like a winner-go-home situation, unlike on the left side between Cauldron and the Rebellion. 5-0 with 1 minute remaining. The Rebellion yet to get a good look in on goal. KC Cauldron just dominating right here, making this look way too easy. The Rebellion rotating to their disadvantage right here. Bogan coming into a baptism of fire, just not able to settle in yet as EM Dallas Burn take the lead in their upper semifinal matchup against Steel Army. What a victory for them. This Unlike EM Big Dogs' victory over Steel Army is not an upset. They are that good a side. Speaking of good size, this Cauldron team, despite their struggles against El Matador, have really stepped it up here, looking incredibly dominant. Once Serrano, Smitty, and Fatality settled in, they have just run the show right here. Massive 5-0 victory for the SKC boys. SKC might be struggling in MLS, but KC Cauldron are not right here. They take a 2-1 lead in this matchup. Go on, Connor. What do they say? Game 4 about to kick off very soon, chat. Let us jump right in. Same goes for EM Dallasburg versus Steel Army. Both in perfect sync right here. The blue team and both teams up 2-1. Here we go. Both teams kick off right here. Fnatic comes back in, replacing Short. So it's Fnatic, Polar, and Gogan against Fatality, Smitty, and Serrano. Better start from the Rebellion right here. Probably helps that Fnatic has come back in. Might he be the talisman that the Rebellion need to get back into this? Speaking of talismans, Air Blitz, Debit, and Fly Penguin together, that's probably their strongest trio. They take the initiative in Game 4 with a 1-0 lead early on. And just like in the upper semifinal in the championship, it is the orange team that takes the lead. Fnatic with an insane double from left to right, doing it all on his own. I did say he might be the talisman. He is stepping up to be the talisman for the Rebellion, getting a 1-0 lead against KC Cauldron. Can the Rebellion hold on and make this a best of 3 in this win-or-go-home affair? Not too long after Fnatic's goal, KC Cauldron come back with the equalizer. Pass off the sidewall by Smitty's Fatality with a 66 mile per hour, 105 kilometer per hour shot, courtesy of AlexBankersOnly.com radar gun. One apiece, symmetric scoreboard, 4 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Here we go. And speaking of here we go, 2-0 lead for Steel Army as they look to get back in the upper semifinal. You know, let's give credit to the Rebellion. I mean, these guys were in the championship. You know, they struggled the season prior, season 9 in the Premier for the most part. This time around, despite the rotations, they have troubled, you know, a bunch of good Premier sides. They caused Frontera Chrome problems. They're causing KC Cauldron problems. And speaking of problems, Gogan with a shot. Fnatic follows up after an insane Smitty save. The Rebellion take the lead yet again. Good reflex save by Smitty on the goal line by bouncing it off the post. Fnatic is there to put it at the other side. 2-1. Fnatic with both goals. The Rebellion are responding strong right here. KC Cauldron have a lot of work to do, especially when they're facing a Fnatic-led Rebellion. Speaking of a lot of work, it's EM Dallasburg who have a lot of work to do as well. Skyline, Gnostics, aka Indestructible, and Playboy Farty, aka Pico David, really struggling in Game 4 against the strongest Steel Army trio of Bear Blitz, Debit, and Fly Penguin. Can the Cauldron respond? They're looking for a double right there. Fatality gets his second. And Casey Cauldron's second. Midfield. Pop up. Off the backboard. Touching it down to the far corner. The Rebellion just not able to get anywhere near the ball throughout that spell. And it's 2 apiece in Game 4. And whilst we have 4 goals in the Premier, in the championship matchup on the right, we also have 4 goals, but they're all Steel Army goals. Steel Army responding with a massive Game 4 performance right here. Looking to get themselves back in. Rebellion, though, riding their luck right there. Ball teetering near that goal. Nobody there to tap it in. Goga touching it down for Polar, who clears it out. Fnatic looking to get to the ball. And he just gets there, taking it away, but Smitty keeps the pressure up, looking to get a second touch. Fatality towards the middle. Serrano is there! And Serrano gives KC Cauldron the lead. The lead, rather. Cometh the hour. Cometh Serrano. Serrano with a huge goal. With less than 2 minutes remaining. Cauldron up 3-2. Can they hold on and go to match point in this winner go home affair? Not for long, because straight after kickoff, the Rebellion get the equalizer. It is Fnatic who gets his hat-trick, but give a huge amount of credit to Polar for that incredible kickoff. Serrano couldn't get there on time. Fnatic gets his hat-trick, 3 apiece. Keep an eye on that left side. That is going to be an insane match, insane game, and an insane remainder of the match. Yo, Cyberburn, good to see you. How's your second favorite announcer? Holding on, barely holding on, but I am enjoying my stint in the commentary booth right now. And you know who else is enjoying their game right here? Serrano getting his second to give KC Cauldron the lead yet again. Neither side really able to build from their initiative and their advantages. Been an incredibly back and forth affair, fully fitting for these 2 sides. Open net right there for Fatality, but both Polar and Fnatic get down. Fnatic gets the save. Another shot attempt. Another goal line save from Fnatic. No! 3rd time's the charm for them, though. Serrano with a quick fire hat trick to give his team a 2-goal advantage. 5-3 with 1 minute 15 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, on the right, 5-1 for Steel Army. And you know for sure they are going to be taking this to 2 apiece in the upper semifinal in the championship. Meanwhile, KC Cauldron looking poised to go on match point and potentially eliminate the Rebellion this early in the season. Smitty with a high pass, bouncing it right off the corner. Fatality. Sorry, Serrano right there. Yet again. 4 goals in a row to bring his team up to a 3-goal lead and pretty much seal the deal in Game 4 of Parc de Paris with 44 seconds remaining. What an incredible performance by Serrano in Game 4 right here. 4 goals in Game 4 to put his team up 3-1 and put them on match point. Another goal potentially right there for the Cauldron. No, they cannot take advantage of that. Fnatic in an awkward moment, but still barely able to get it out. As you see on the right side, Steel Army have brought this match back to 2 apiece. The upper semifinal is now into a best of 3. Meanwhile, this is going towards a 3-1 scoreline for the Cauldron. As we count down the final 10 seconds, the Rebellion have it all to do to remain in this tournament. It's a shame to see either side get knocked out right here, but one of these 2 teams has to end their season tonight, and right now it's looking very likely to be the Rebellion as they are 3-1 down in lower round 1. Chat, I have a bit of a special surprise for you right here. Fortunately for me, I am no longer alone in the commentary booth. Chat, say hello to Luis in the chat. Luis, how are you doing right now?
Yo, what's good? Doing really good. I've been talking for the past 4 hours, so my voice is kind of cooked, but I'm here, man. I'm ready to have a good time.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm happy to help you out right here as we kick off Game 5 of Lower Round 1 in the Premier. KC Cauldron on match point. The Rebellion having to keep their victory, having to get a victory right here to keep themselves in this. Otherwise, they will end their season tonight. Meanwhile, on the right, we are waiting for EM Dallas Burners versus Steel Army to kick off very soon. Luis, your boys in the championship have stepped up bigly, but they have it all to do now after a convincing 5-1 victory for Steel Army in Game 4. How do you feel about that matchup?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the roster's looking like. Haven't been able to watch any of the games so far, but 2-2 sounds like an interesting series. And well, right now they've got the lineup of Michael, who's Anong, Ponzi, and Skyline versus the brothers. So excited to see that. But the Rebellion get on the board, folks. 1-0 to them. They are in a must-win game, Maz. They have to win this game or their season is over, I believe. They might have a seeding match if they lose, but they really need this game here.
Well, this is essentially a seeding match because whoever loses finishes in 7th place. So it's a shame because I want to see both sides continue to play this season. But the bracket has fallen into this, wave. And we have Cauldron versus the Rebellion in Lower Round 1, which is an absolute shame, but they have served up an incredibly entertaining matchup for us right here. The Rebellion bringing back Fnatic, Polar, and Shorts together. That is probably the strongest trio in my opinion. I want to see how these guys do against Fnatic, Smitty, and Serrano, and so far they've started off pretty well.
Yeah, this is the best lineup for either team, folks, so this is going to be interesting to see how the Rebellion can respond. Smitty over to Serrano, can't put it on target, but good pressure here from KC as they look to equalize as Indestructible gets on the board here for EMDB. 1-0 to the Texas boys.
That's a huge 1-0 lead for them too, isn't it? They needed that right here as well. You might have a better really POV on this than I do. Who's playing for EM Dallas Burn right now?
Yeah, we've got Ponzi, we got Michael, and Indestructible, so probably the best lineup for EMDB. If not, it's at least one of the top 2, you could argue. So we got top lineups all over the place, folks, on your screen. Both sides bringing out all of the heat here, so it's good to see the top lineups being run here.
Yeah, we love to see it. And right now, the Rebellion how to defend with their top trio. Shorts getting a save out. Now, the Rebellion have talked about this already in week 1. They talked about wanting to rotate and use this mini-season as a chance to see how their lineups will work out for Season 11 and beyond. So they are not going to be too concerned if they get knocked out. Do you think they would have learned enough in 2 matchups, though, or do you think they need to keep going to figure out what their best lineup and setup would be?
Yeah, I think Fnatic right here on the ball, flip reset to the corner here. I mean, he's just a different caliber of player than they're used to having, so this little mini season is going to be good for them to have a chance to play with somebody who's quite better than they are, as he puts a shot on target, I believe, and it's just off the crossbar, and they're putting in a bunch of shots here. Fnatic over to the side here, or Polar, excuse me, my bad. A lot of pressure here from the Rebellion, so they're looking really good in game number 5, Max.
Yeah, I want to give credit to Polar as well, because he has stepped up his game this mini season. You know, last season he wasn't looking his best self. Like, he showed a lot of good flashes, but it was Shorts who was the main guy for that team. This time around, Polar has really stepped up his game, and I have been noticing he's been playing a lot more Rocket League recently as well, so that might be playing a part right here. And, you know, with a player like Fnatic, giving them that extra edge, that X factor that they might need, you know, him with this Polar Shorts duo, this could be a top trio in the SGL Premier for many seasons to come, should they choose to stick together.
Yeah, of course, last season the Rebellion were in the championship, but with the addition of Fnatic and well, just their overall play as, oh, what a save here on the goal line for KC. They got moved up to the Premier League, and so far they're doing really, really well here in game number 5. About to send us to Neo Tokyo, folks. But on the other end, folks, Anam putting in the second goal for EMDB, 2-0.
And what a huge second goal that is as well. Steel Army in an absolute disarray at the back. And Anomaly getting a massive second goal for EM Dallasburn. Wow, this is huge for them. I mean, I wouldn't consider this an upset, by the way, if EM Dallasburn beats Steel Army here. EM Big Dogs was built differently in Season 9. This EM Dallasburn side is way better than that, in my opinion. It will be a good victory, but not an upset, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bear Blitz finds the corner around 3 EMDB defenders. And on the other end, folks, Ken KC, full field air dribble, Smitty, flip reset, doesn't get it. Ball's not on the ground, but it's almost in the back of the net. Great save. And the ball still remains up, but that demo should do it. And we're going to Tokyo, Neo Tokyo.
What a victory right there for the Rebellion. A KG 1-0 win for them. Huge, especially with that massive save from Fnatic at the very end. Oh my goodness. KC Cauldron have it all to do, especially when they play against this strong a team. Now, Fatality, Serrano, and Smitty is an insane trio, and they showed it already in this matchup. But, wow, if Fnatic, Polar, and Shorts would stick around, I think they could come back and win this matchup. But I would not be surprised if they rotate as well, Luis.
Yeah, I think for their sake, probably the best trio to go with here. But again, it's a shortened season, folks, right here before the World Cup, so a lot of rotations are going to be on offer as Ponzi finds the 4th. Looks like EMDB will go up 3-2 here, Maz, so both teams, both series, going to be on Tokyo, Neo Tokyo.
Absolutely, and hold on, let me do this real quick. Actually, you know what? No, we're fine. Dealing with different things right now. We have a lot of things going on right now, chat. So just as a heads up, there is a third matchup that's already underway right now. Another lower round 1 matchup, this time in the championship, between Frontera SD Azul and EC Eternal. Once we are done with Cauldron versus the Rebellion, we will jump right into that. But for now, we are so glad you're here with us to see both the upper semifinal on the right and lower round 1 and Premier on the left. Game 6 kicks off. Here we go. Triple C coming in for Polar to play with Fnatic and Shorts. KC Cauldron stick with their own trio. Can KC Cauldron get a hot start? They have the lineup consistency to help them, but it is the Rebellion with the advantage. The ball getting pitched to the other end. Fnatic waiting at the left corner. Shorts getting the lucky bounce. Fnatic with the finish. The Rebellion take the lead with 14 seconds played out. A huge 1-0 lead for the New England Revolution boys.
Substitutions apparently don't matter to the Rebellion, Maz. They just get it done. Really, really big opening goal here for them. Game 7 maybe as their Champions Field looming. Of course, Neo Tokyo, one of the most famous maps in the history of this esport, Maz. And so far, Rebellion off to a good start.
Oh, absolutely. A hugely massive start for them. But Serrano equalized in kind. We have seen this happen consistently over the years in SGL. Every single time KC Cauldron are in trouble, Serrano responds in kind. 1 apiece now. This game 6 is looking real spicy, Luis.
Serrano again, one of the eminent best players in SGL, Maz. I mean, he's just so reliable. And I think all 3 of these players, Maz, is a great save comes out from. All 3 of these players did not feature in their upper bracket game against my team. So you're just seeing the enhanced level that these 3 guys bring as Fatality. Almost gets a double tap here. Ball on net. A lot of pressure on the Rebellion half. How do they respond?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's all about the response at this point for both sides right here. They both have been able to throw a counter punch and respond in kind. We'll see what the Rebellion are capable of now here. Triple C breaking up the Shorts Polar duo, but Triple C is still a capable player. Maybe not as good as Polar on paper, but still has good moments and is a very, very good teammate. A very annoying player to play against as well. So, you know, Casey Cauldron still have it all to do, but right now they have the advantage right here. Fnatic reading the situation well, getting to the ball before Cauldron could get a clean shot on net. And now,
yeah, again, Fnatic's just adding a different level, folks. Fnatic's first season in SGL, as we see Smitty to Fatality, but I just want to highlight Fnatic first season in SGL. Good to have him here. Friend of ours from other leagues, and I mean, he's just adding a different dimension, right, folks? I mean, he's a different level that they really haven't had, but really good to see Triple C coming in. Lowest rank in the lobby, folks, but he's holding his own.
and you know what? Let's not dismiss him like that either. I mean, he has played at Champ 1. He's played with higher level players on a consistent basis, so he can play against better players. Just not able to match them mechanically, but knows how to deal with them for sure. Fnatic looking to set up a good pass, but Triple C just not reacting quickly enough. Fnatic trying to slow things down, but Shorts is already back there. Now looking to go for a counter. Gets a good first touch, lets it go. But Fnatic was not in a good position to get a proper finish. And Cauldron get away with it right there. I thought for sure Shorts was going to go for the double. Triple C should have had a shot too, but he chose to play it across. Fnatic not able to get there on time. A little bit of just, you know, there's a few moments right there where the Rebellion could have made better decisions, could have worked together better, but I think they're still getting used to each other. You see it right there, Luis.
Yeah, again, cohesion's going to be a bit of an issue, Maz, when you're just starting off with a brand new team versus a team in KC. All three of these guys have played together, so you're going to see that. But lovely shot, Serrano finds a save. Triple C holding his own, folks.
And whilst that goes, we are in Game 6 between EM Dallas-Bird and Steel Army. EM Dallas-Bird on match point. Steel Army looking to take that matchup to Champions Field. But for now, they have it all to do. One apiece in the lower round. One of the Premier, but it's been all the Rebellion. Show from Triple C. And he gives the New England Revolution boys the lead over KC Cauldron. Shorts with the challenge, an open net for Triple C to put it in, and he takes it, gets the finish, and a massive goal for the Rebellion with 79 seconds remaining. The Cauldron have come back from these situations in the past, but they have it all to do right here as the Rebellion look to take us to Champions Field.
Massive goal. It's going to need to be it for them. Oh, are they getting a second here? And it's
No way.
By Shorts and Fnatic. Fnatic 3-1. The Rebellion with 63 seconds left have a very, very big insurance goal. 2 players of the Rebellion plus the ball in the net gives you 3 goals. Maz, I think we're going Game 7 there.
What an insane moment right there for the Rebellion. Once again, just like the first goal, Luis. They had a guy leading the way so they could play along to that. This time it was Shorts who tried to finish it but got an assist for Fnatic instead. But just like that first goal that I referred to, KC Cauldron get one back. Fatality looking to keep the pace up. Triple C couldn't react. Smitty with the easiest of tap-ins. 3-2 with 52 seconds remaining. Get ready, chat. It's going to be squeaky bum time for both of those teams in the Premier. As for the championship upper semifinal, Steel Army take the lead, and what a big lead that is for them as well. Can they hold on and can they double their lead right there?
Big 40 seconds here for KC. Triple C back mid. Anybody there? There's a whiff. It really could have been a goal. Lovely play by Triple C here. The Rebellion with the goal lead, Mass. They're still trying to attack here. Love the play. You never want to sit in. It just invites so much pressure, but can KC respond here? Triple C, no boost on KC. Lovely stuff from the Rebellion here. And this should be an open shot, and it is. Game, set, match, Fnatic. 4-2 for the Rebellion.
Well, that is a huge fourth for the Rebellion as well. And you know what? They've talked about this before. They're not afraid to take the opposition on. They want to take them on no matter what. They enjoy that. That's how they play at their best. And they have unsettled this KC Cauldron side enough to take us potentially to Game 7, unless KC Cauldron can come back. They have come back in the past, but they need Serrano and Go to step up big time. Fatality should have put that on target. That was the moment right there. Too little, too late. Luis and chat, we are taking this winner-go-home match to Champions Field.
Champions Field indeed. Fnatic 680 on the scoreboard. Dropping some big numbers there, folks. 680 is pretty good in a Rocket League game of 5 minutes. And we've got the best 2 words in sports, folks. Game 7 coming for you. And I'm going to be honest, Maz, I think we're about to have 2 Game 7s, all right?
Oh my goodness.
All 4 of these sides, they want us to have some content, so we appreciate them. But still 2 minutes left for the Dallas boys to get back in it here. No Playboy Farty on the field for them. Fly Penguin came back into this game, or into this series. That's Debit off the crossbar. And so we're seeing subs and rotations all over the place. We love to see that here in SGL, especially a short season. So
absolutely.
Shout out those guys.
Absolutely. This has been awesome right now. You know, I'm just amazed at how much content we have had so far. Switch over to that right now. I think this is probably the match to watch at the moment whilst we wait for Game 7 to kick off in the Premier Lower Round 1. So, you know about Fnatic quite a bit. You also know about Fatality. You know, we've already talked about Fatality extensively from last season. Can you tell us a bit about Fnatic for the Rebellion right here? How good of a fit do you think he will be for this team?
Yeah, Fnatic's great. He plays currently on the top team, or actually one of the top teams in the United Rogue. As you see, a great save from Fly Penguin. He's a fantastic player. And in this Game 7, Maz, I think he might just be the difference.
Really might be the difference as the Rebellion bring back the Polar Shorts combo. The combo that has troubled so many teams in the championship and the Premier in Season 9 as well as past seasons. Big demo for Shorts. Somebody has to follow this up. Fnatic and Polar both do. KC Cauldron, though, keep this out. And now a counterattack from Smitty looking for the flip reset. Doesn't get it. Fatality with the shot off of the crossbar. Courtesy of a huge save from Polar. Oh my goodness. Insane action on both ends, Luis, and it's not over yet.
Really high octane stuff. But folks, neither one of these teams deserves to be out at this stage, but that's just what we've been put on offer here in the SGL 10.5. Lovely stuff from either side as Bear Blitz is going to end this, and both series are going Game 7, folks. We got Game 7s all over the place. Here we go. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited.
You know what? I wish I could show this. Let me see if this works. Does it work? Ah, it doesn't. Okay. I want to get the absolute cinema image out, but you know what? You guys can do it in chat for me. Bring out your Debit Cinemas in the chat if you have 7 TV. Because these matches have put us on the edge of our seat. Steel Army taking their matchup to Game 7 as well. And whilst we wait for that to be set up, let us hop right into this marquee matchup. Cauldron versus the Rebellion. Game 7, 0-0. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Who will seal the deal and move on to the lower quarterfinal? And who will end their season tonight in 7th place?
Big stuff here. A big 3 minutes for either team. Again, Maz, like you said, whoever loses this game is going out. I mean, this is all you can ask for as an esports player, and right now we're seeing good offensive play here by the Rebellion. Shorts to his teammate. I love the cohesion of the Rebellion in the offensive third, Maz. They really play with one another really well.
And to add on to that, they just know where to be in each and every situation. They can be all high up, and the third knows, oh, I have to go back at this moment. And it's just, they're just a well-oiled machine at this point. And to consider that, you know, Fnatic is playing only the 2nd matchup with these guys, it's just insane to see. And it goes to, you know, show how good these Rebellion players are to be able to gel so quickly with a brand new player so soon. I mean, these guys are special. And you know what? Even if they end their season right here, we will be looking forward to them in Season 11. These guys are going to be a fun watch. Shorts could have kept his team into this, though. Just couldn't get a clean finish. He was at the right place, but he did have the angle on his Fennec. A follow-up right there. Fnatic and Polar misses as well. KC Cauldron hold on, though. Fnatic looking for the double off the sidewall. Oh, target. Oh, no. The Rebellion have had countless chances. They're looking for one more. Again, cleared out. Fnatic keeping up the pressure, looking for a solo effort off the corner. Serrano gets it out, and the Rebellion are still at it, but finally Smitty clears it away.
I mean, just end-to-end stuff here, folks. This is what you want to see, all right? This is what you want to see right here, okay? I mean, this is cinema, folks. 1 minute 15. Ball centered, and it's off the post. Really could have been it for the Rebellion. KC are all under the cosh here, folks.
God, how is it still 0-0? We should have had 2 goals already at the very least. Both teams holding on for their dear lives. Both teams going for it as well. Neither team choosing to play it safe. Rhydog in chat probably getting flashbacks from his matches against KC Cauldron as well as the Rebellion, as both teams just playing the way they always do. How is it still 0-0? I'm just flabbergasted at this point.
It's just end-to-end stuff here, folks. I mean, this is what you like to see. I mean, this is what you come watch SGL for. We have got just fantastic gameplay here. 30 seconds left. By the way, folks, we are waiting for the other series, or excuse me, they're waiting for this game to end. So that way we have primetime action here. With 20 seconds left, KC down the other end. Good clearance here. Maz, who do you have here? I mean, this is going to be... I have OT here. I have OT.
It's OT for sure, and then after that, it's a coin toss. I don't want to be the guy to pick the winner, but it looks like Rebellion's looking more likely. They're the ones bringing the final chance. Too close to the goal. Smitty able to get it out. Fatality looking to keep this going. Ball to ground. Overtime in Game 7. You know what that means, chat. Absolute cinema.
Smitty in the air. Flip reset over 1. Continues on here, passes it mid, and Serrano ends the game. 9 seconds into OT, the KC Cauldron, unlike their MLS team, walk away with a W.
KC Cauldron doing SKC proud in SGL. From having to deal with countless chances against them, they have held on for their dear lives, and they will continue in SGL into the lower quarterfinals. The Rebellion, unfortunately, despite having played incredibly well, are out and finish the season in 7th place.
Absolute cinema, folks. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Ponzi, coming on in here for Game 7 of their series. Fantastic series for both teams here. Shout out the Rebellion. Fantastic content for us. We really appreciate y'all being here for season 10.5. These guys are going to be a danger in season 11, folks. They're going to be a danger. But of course, the winners, KC Cauldron. They're moving on, Maz.
Oh my God, I cannot believe what I've seen right here. But it's not over yet. We are going to be diving straight into another Game 7, this time between EM Dallasburg and Steel Army. They were waiting very patiently for this to finish.
And guys, we appreciate these teams waiting. They have just played a six games in a 7-game series, 3-3, and they decided, for the sake of SGL and you lovely people in chat, to ice themselves for the content. So we appreciate them, all right?
And whilst all this is happening, by the way, Frontera SD Azul versus EC Eternal is still happening right now. We will jump into it once this is done. If both teams are ready to go, they can kick off right now.
And here we go, folks. Good to see all the cinemas in chat. Trash Loon, how we doing? Dr. Funch, Ponesy, Rydog, everybody, welcome on in, guys. We just watched Game 7, Maz. We got another Game 7 here. Let's get it.
Here we go. EM Dallasburg, Steel Army looking for the first goal, and Ponesy gets the save. Oh my goodness, if this can live up to what we got between KC Cauldron and the Rebellion, this would be an insane night of SGL.
Ponesy on the ball, has quite a bit of boost here, can't get it around the defender. I'm really looking for one of these teams to have somebody who just controls the ball here, Maz. That's going to be, for me, who is going to win this game, especially... Oh my God! He misses! Oh. Indestructible saves the fucking ball somehow. I don't know how the hell that stayed out, folks. We still have a 0-0 game.
That blue net is definitely indestructible. No goal explosion comes out courtesy of the player with the same name. Huge save, but still Army looking to keep this pressure up. They got to get another shot on target. Damn it! And indestructible keeps it out yet again. Oh my goodness! We saw the blue team in Game 7 in the premiere hold off the orange team, and it's happening yet again. EM Dallasburg doing it this time against Steel Army.
Great stuff. Want to highlight Skyline in chat, dropping his 5 subs while his team is playing. Coach Skyline, thank you for the 5 subs. Really appreciate that. Just tremendous saves coming out from the Dallas side so far. They've played a lot of defense, Maz, but Indestructible. I mean, he's just putting on a clinic here defensively. Without him, I mean, this could really easily be 2-0 right now to Steel Army.
It really could be, but Steel Army, EM Dallasburg, both doing all they can to keep this up. Very even affair right here. And if either side wins, they'll deserve to go through. What an insane matchup we've had so far! Anomaly gives EM Dallasburg the lead. Debit choosing to flick it up instead of keep the ball. Anomaly gets there first. Fly Penguin not there to get the save. EM Dallasburg 1-0 up with 3 minutes 9 seconds remaining.
A bit against the run of play. It probably has to be said in the first 2 minutes, but I mean, we've all played Rocket League, and when you don't convert your chances like that from Indestructible, he throws up the holy cow in chat. It comes back to bite you, Maz, and will that miss from Cam, who's already been so good? Will that come back to haunt the Dallas team? Let's find out. Ponzi on the wall here. Fly Penguin flies, doesn't hit the ball. Bear Blitz going for the squishy save, can't hit it either, but Fly Penguin gets back. And it remains 1-0.
How have EM Dallasburg not gone their second right there? Steel Army riding their luck. And now Bear Blitz looking to punish EM Dallasburg, carrying it from one end to the other, flicking it into the middle. Somebody has to finish this.
Oh my.
Nobody went for the ball right there. Devitt, the second player, choosing to stay in his position. Fly Penguin couldn't commit us a third man. And oh my goodness, now they all gotta get back and defend. Indestructible there, looking for the dunk. Oh man, both sides have their chances.
Bear Blitz did so well there. He beat a guy, demoed somebody, and no one committed second man. That's one you hate to see when you're first man there. But 2 minutes to go, Maz. Game 7. Winner of this is not out, folks. So just want to highlight that. It is the upper semis, but you want to get to the upper finals, guys. So that's really important for both teams. And next goal is going to be really big. It's a great save from Bear Blitz. Fly Penguin to the corner, Maz, and EMDB is really forcing themselves here.
Yeah, they're looking really good. We did mention them as a dark horse when we were doing the draw, and they are definitely showing why they are the dark horses right here, putting a top team at Steel Army on the edge of their seats right now.
Big air dribble from Cam there. Indestructible. Anom comes in. A lot of pressure on the orange net. Ponzi, no boost. That's third man. Gets a tremendous touch. That would have been a for sure goal for Steel Army. Debit has to get here. He does, folks. End-to-end action here. Debit for one side. Indestructible and Ponzi for another. We've got less than 50 seconds, folks. Buckle up.
Yeah, this ping pong approach is definitely favoring EM Dallasburg right now. Steel Army need to keep the ball to keep the pressure going. You're looking what the Rebellion were doing against Cauldron. You know, they might not have been able to keep the ball, but they kept peppering that blue backboard. Steel Army need more of this, though, if they are to drop back. More carries into the opposition end. More dribbles into the 50s. More loose ball wins. Right now, they're just a bit too slow to respond, still playing a bit too conservative, but they're running out of time. Less than 30 seconds remaining. They need to take their chances. Not like that, though. Anomaly continues to waste time for Steel Army. This is not looking good for the Pittsburgh boys as we enter the final 10 seconds.
Uh-oh, double commit. Open net here if they can get it. And Bear Blitz can't redirect it. Big clearance from Ponzi. This should do it, folks. And it is going to do it. EM Dallasburg in Game 7, 1-0, win the series.
Absolute cinema. Oh my God. Incredibly tense Game 7 right there, chat. Oh man, I am freaking sweating already. This is... Oh man, what a night. Not good for my voice. Not good for Luis's voice as well, for sure. But wow, wow, wow. What a series of matches we have had. We're not done yet, chat. We have a third match remaining. We're going to dive right into that very, very soon. Frontera SD Azul versus EC Eternal. Well, we don't need to worry about that. That match just finished, chat. So we're all done for tonight. But you know what? We got 2 Game 7s here. Incredible night of Rocket League action. Luis, you at least got to see, you know, the last couple of matches of Cauldron versus the Rebellion. You got to catch a bunch more of EMDB versus Steel Army. Your thoughts on both of these incredible matches?
Yeah, I want to highlight the Rebellion first. Obviously, that was their last series of 10.5. They put up a tremendous fight against the best 3 of KC Cauldron, a contender for the championship. That team's going to be one in Season 11 that people are going to have to keep an eye out. Fnatic, Shorts, Polar, Triple C, and those boys. GG's to them on this season. KC iced up there when for a lot of Game 7 it was backs against the wall. Serrano iced up in OT there. Tremendous series. Really appreciate y'all putting on the content. And then again, I want to highlight EM Dallas Burn and Steel Army for icing themselves and watching Game 7 so that you lovely people in chat could watch KC versus the Rebellion uninterrupted. So shout out to those guys, and great series from both teams, of course, on the championship side. But yeah, Maz, how did you live that?
I mean, I'm losing my voice. I think that should tell you all you need to know, Luis. Both matches just being back and forth affairs. You know what? Let's give credit to Rebellion. They took it to Game 7 with constant non-stop rotations. They brought out their best lineup against KC Cauldron's best lineup in that Game 7. Took it to overtime. Unfortunately, KC Cauldron had, you know, just a little bit more. Finest of fine margins deciding that match, just as it did right here for EM Dallas Burn versus Steel Army. You know, both teams choosing to go with their best in Game 7. We saw some really close Rocket League action. And let's not forget about Frontera SC Azul and EC Eternal. EC Eternal coming out with the victory. Thank you, Philosophy of Girl, for giving us the update right there. That means we have 7th place decided in both the Premier and the Championship. The Rebellion finishing in 7th in the Premier, and Frontera SC Azul finishing 7th in the Championship. It is actually quite a shame that both teams have to end their season tonight. But it's a short season anyways. Hopefully they don't have to wait too much longer. But you know what? I wish we could have seen more of both teams. Not gonna lie. I really wish we could have seen more of both teams. But such is the format for you guys.
Yeah, tremendous stuff. Are we going to have interviews here, or are we hopping off here? What are we doing, interviews, or?
We are. I'm just checking to see if we have some interviews. Right now, we have 1 interview lined up. You know what? We'll get started with that. 2, sorry. So we'll start with EM Dallas Burn and Steel Army interviews, because both of them have volunteered already. So let's get started with the first one. We are going to be kicking it off with an EM Dallas Burn interview. No Pico David, spoiler alert. We are going to be bringing in Gnostics from EM Dallas Burn. Gnostics, what an insane matchup for you guys. I mean, you guys kind of did it 2 seasons ago as EM Big Dogs. That was an upset. This one, I wouldn't call it upset. Do you feel the same way?
No, it's not an upset. We were primed to win no matter what. It was inevitable.
Dude, this guy's so tough, all nonchalant. Speaking about tough and nonchalant, bro, you had incredible saves in Game 7. Yeah, talk about those saves on the goal line there. How are you feeling when your team was not putting a hand up for you?
I'm still a bit puckered. I haven't fully relaxed yet. Thank God I saved them. They were definitely pretty clutch. Although, to be fair, it's good I saved them because I missed horrible. I had like 2 shots that should have gone in. I don't know what was going on. But, yeah. So thank God I saved them because I definitely let the team down in other aspects of my game.
Wait, what do you mean by you let the team down in other aspects? Do you mind elaborating on that, Gnostics?
Well, he had an open net, folks.
Yeah, I definitely had an open net, and yeah, I shanked the heck out of it. So,
I mean, yeah, but what about your other aspects? You played a bunch of other games as well. I mean, you can't really say you let the team down, right?
No, just in that moment on Game 7, I let us down. That's it. I think I played okay. I didn't hit any cool shots, but I think overall, good gameplay nonetheless. But really proud of my team. I think we got a good group of guys. This is my first season playing with Michael, and I really like playing with him. I think he's a solid player, super consistent. I think we've got a winning team here.
Hell yeah. So on top of that, you're also playing in the championship as well. What's the pace of play like compared to the Premier for you, as well as a Skyline?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a little bit slower. God, I'm gonna say this, and I guess I'm just roasting myself, but I don't know too much of a difference. I guess that's more on me than anything. I guess threes is just a cluster frick, regardless of whatever game you're playing. But it's really not that bad. To be honest, I'm enjoying my time down here. I really like the team that we've got. Good group of guys, and it feels good because everyone says that I'm the best player, and so it's like an automatic ego boost, So I don't have to compete with Luis anymore, thank God. And then if I mess up, it's like, oh, okay, he'll just get it back on another play. But honestly, I kind of like it. It's been a good time so far.
Yeah, this guy's aura farming, Chad. I mean, truly the most humble player in SGL. Listen, on the last thing for me, on the 10 seconds ago, or it's like 5 seconds ago, your team double commits, and there's an open net for Bear Blitz. What were the cons like when the double commit happened, and we're leaving our net with 5 seconds left winning? What was going on?
There were some screams, there were some shrieks, somebody fainted. We're getting a welfare check on him right now, but luckily they couldn't convert because they're just not a championship winning team. But yeah, I mean, a slight panic at first, but then we saw the shot and it's like, oh, we won. GG.
All right, we'll open up the floor for you here, Gnostics. Tell us how you really feel about Steel Army. I mean, and just shout out whoever you want to shout out, man.
GG's to them. I mean, it was a game 7. It was an exciting series. Hopefully they do well in the losers bracket. I think they're going down there. I'm sure they will. They've got a great team. Shout out Coach Skyline. He's the one with the lineup strategy. So without his expertise, we wouldn't have won. Shout out the team. Shout out Ponzi. Shout out Michael. And shout out Playboy Farty. He got a goal this series. So super exciting overall. Couldn't be happier.
Alrighty, well, awesome. Thank you so much for being here. That's Gnostics from the winning EM Dallas Burn. We're gonna send him on his way. We got Debit next, folks. We're gonna talk to the losers here.
Adios.
See you, man. Debit, whenever you are welcome to join the chat, of which of course you do have access to as being an admin. Maz, a little trash talk from Gnostics there. We gotta ask Debit about that. I mean, what's going on with that?
I think it's confidence. I mean, I think they really believe they're one of the top teams in the championship, and given how they play, you know what? I'm not too surprised. I mean, they took the Steel Army side to 7. Compared to Steel Army, they haven't played together as long as that Steel Army side has. So for them to defeat them at this manner, they're definitely a team to watch for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought there was friendly banter between both teams, but that seemed pretty serious. And I need to ask Debit about it. Did something happen in the series that I missed? We got to ask them. So Debit, if you're listening, hop on into the call here. We'll get you going here on the interview.
Or I'll drag you in, Debit. So you know what? Come on in, Debit. Welcome on in. You wanted to get an interview. Here you are. Tell us your thoughts on that Gnostics trash talk to kick things off.
I didn't listen to that interview. I didn't care for it.
Oh, damn. Wow. Okay. He said that you guys are not a championship level team, and that it was, he expected to win. That's what he said.
I've heard better trash talk out of Playboy Party. I need him back in the booth.
All right, Debit, game 7. You guys aren't out of it, of course, but talk us through the game 7. I mean, that was a crazy series from what I saw.
Yeah, no, there was honestly insane all around. EMDB, really good team. Game 7, I wish I could recall as clearly as I do, but I think I just remember going down one at one point, and then we just had some opportunities, but we didn't quite account for most of the bounces that ended up happening, chances that we could turn on, and we just weren't quite executing there in Game 7. I feel like we were super close on some of them, but just never fully got going. I feel like we were chasing a little bit some of the offense.
So speaking of chasing, I mean, you guys, did kind of pin back EM Dallas Bird in Game 7. Were there like, what was holding you guys back from like committing a bit more further forward and looking for that equalizer?
This is gonna sound like one of the smallest details that you can think about whenever playing Rocket League, but in my honest opinion, just the way our car was positioned for a third man entrance in order to keep sustained pressure, either that or get a cleaner shot. Because I think we were just kind of trying to just throw it back in no matter what, instead of trying to control and try to like adapt if anything didn't quite go our expectation. Maybe his other expectations were off on some of the bounces, and then we just didn't adapt well. But we just kept opting to play pressure in the corner, but it wasn't really resulting in too many high quality chances, I guess I would say. I feel like we had better quality chances in some of the earlier games.
I mean, I totally get that, and it's all about fine margins at the end of the day, and even like the way your car is oriented could play a big part in how you react. So I totally get that. Earlier on, you guys were rotating a little bit more, right? Or do you guys think you might need to stick to your stronger trio if you want to keep going further in the cup, or would you guys be happy to rotate?
I think most of the league has come to know us as a rotate as much as possible until we just see like what the best 3 will end up being. And sometimes we'll go to that just to try to see if we can feel a bit more comfortable in the series. Tonight alone, I think that's just how it ended up being. Sometimes some guys aren't quite feeling it, so you gotta make the adjustments where need be. But yeah, I think for the most part, if we need to get it done, we will switch to strongest 3.
Last question for me, Debit. Gnostics mentioned, I don't know if these allegations are true, that Playboy Farty scored. Is this true?
Don't watch the replay.
Oh, we won't
Don't
watch the replay.
Don't watch the replay. Don't watch it. YouTube, mark that as like adult content or something like that. That's not safe for work. The way he scored on us.
Yeah, Ponzi said you
The way
should
he
have heard
didn't.
Playboy Farty and comms.
That's why we need him back in the booth, man.
Yep.
I respect the talk more.
Not his game? Come on, bro.
Nah, you can't ever respect the game, or else he'll just walk all over you,
He's so tough.
Well, look at the bright side, Devin. At least you guys still survived, dropping down to the lower quarterfinal where you will face off against Wonderwall Blue. How much are you guys looking forward to that matchup, and how do you feel about your prospects against them?
Feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, I mean, I got to watch and commentate their entire series yesterday, and I hope you guys in chat were around if you did see that. That's one where, this Wonderwall team, they know how to deal with pressure because ECD was really good at it. It's just how do you work your way into their defense, especially with Mr. Doughboy back around to help that team get situated. You got to watch your back a little bit. But overall, I think there was excitement no matter what matchup we want, or whatever matchup we were going into. Either either the winner's finals end or the loser's quarter end.
Well, there you have it. So, Debit, before we end this interview, gonna give you the floor. See what you want to say, give your shout outs. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Shout out the boys. They definitely brought this back as much as possible. EMDB are good side, so no shame in dropping the points on this one, even though we're in a bracket. Bringing back that famous, I think Claude Giroux quote it was, talking about a playoff game. Shout out the Hounds, getting stuff done on Saturday in Louisville. Wish I would have gone. Too bad. Shout out Riveters, women's soccer. They just had the kit reveal tonight. And the season is starting on Saturday, so big tailgate on Saturday. Looking forward to it all. Shout out to you, Luis, and Maz for running things tonight, especially with all the chaos of 3 matchups basically being in the same time frame. That's not easy to deal with whenever your referees are going out in different spots too. Also shout out EMDB. They definitely got this one. Sorry, got to bow to Playboy 40. It's got to own this time. It's unfortunate circumstances why you can't let yourself be beaten by the team that has Playboy 40 on it, but that's all from me.
Alrighty. Well, that was Debit, folks, of the losing side, Steel Army, but they'll be back in action. Whoa, hey, he's still here. What the hell?
I heard
They're
losing side, and I was like, wait a minute, wait.
Listen, they're not out yet, Chad. They got a lower run bracket. They're gonna run the gauntlet. C9. I'm excited for them. So, thank you for joining us, David. And yeah, have a good night.
Yeah, you guys too. Peace out.
Peace. Whew. All right, time to catch our breaths. Wow, what a night we've had. What a night of absolute cinema, Luis. Damn.
Yeah.
So much awesome action. You know what? I'm trying to create this one graphic to summarize everything we've had to see. So just bear with me for a sec as I get this updated. All right, I think I got it. Here you go. If you want to see a summary, here you go. Premier and championship lower round 1 matches, as well as an upper semifinal from the championship. 2 4-3s. We got to see all the games from both of the top 2 matches. EC Eternal coming out with a 4-0 sweep over Frontera SD Azul as well. GG's to all these sides right here. It's been an awesome night of Rocket League action. And you know what? The bracket is starting to shape up, Luis. So whenever you're ready, we can start showing off the Premier chat brackets as well.
Let's do it.
Jumping right into the Premier. As you can see, KC Cauldron move on. They'll face off against the loser of Wonderwall Black versus the Cinco Dulce. Tough opponents for them, regardless. Meanwhile, Accent Army await the loser of Frontera Crow versus El Matador. This Premier division is looking incredibly spicy, Luis. I don't see a weak side anywhere, which is why it's such a shame that the Rebellion have to finish in 7th, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's only bangers here in the Premier. Every team's just so loaded, so should be a fun bracket here. I think FSD Chrome EM might be Thursday, folks. Might be looking like it. And then do we have the other one scheduled? I don't remember if I think it's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Be there for that to see Wonderwall Black make their debut in SGL. You might see Black and White. You might be thinking, wait, Dark Clouds? No, they're not Dark Clouds. They're a completely different team, chat. But he'll be facing off against La Cinco Dulce in what some may feel might be a tribute to seasons past in SGL. But 2 different lineups, fresh teams. It's going to be fun. Come check that out. 8:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And again, shout out to KC there, taking on the W. Doing something their MLS team, who's on pace for being the worst team in the history of MLS, can't really do. So Serrano, Smitty, Fatality, y'all gotta show the boys how it's done.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you guys were put on the cosh by that rebellion side, and they were rotating. You guys weren't, so you guys definitely need to step up. But let's just talk about that trio, Luis, of Fatality, Smitty, and Serrano. When they do click, they are a top trio, and I think they could beat any side on their day, right? But how often do they click like that? Like, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they can all all be on the field, excuse me, then that team's going to compete with basically any team in the Premier. So scheduling's a big thing, folks. Availability is pretty big. So I know Serrano. I think he was out of town, I believe, and so good to see him back. And it should be good.
Oh,
Anom is saying he's going to be in the booth for tomorrow. Sounds awesome. And IDFO, I probably should have said that instead of debit loser. Probably not probably a better choice of words, but yeah.
It's fine. You were doing a lot of yapping before this anyways, Luis, so I totally get it. It's all good. Anyways, we've talked about the Premier extensively. It's time to move on to the Championship. Still pretty good, as you can see right here. We got 6 games between Steel Army and Eternal, 7 games between Wonderwall Blue and EC Defiance. That was an absolutely awesome matchup that we had yesterday. Definitely check that out on Twitch whilst the VOD is still up, and YouTube as well. And we follow that up with another 7-game banger between EM Dallasburg and Steel Army in the upper semifinal. Steel Army going down to face off against Wonderwall Blue. That is going to be an incredibly fun matchup, in my opinion. That's a very difficult team for Steel Army to face as well, Luis. I mean, Wonderwall Blue is a team to keep an eye out on. Despite not being as good on paper, they click. They are so good together. And I think part of that might be their experiences in other competitions like RSC and such, which might be helping them out.
Yeah, that one's going to be great. Steel Army probably still favored, but I mean, I'd watch out. I mean, those guys could have swept EC Defiance. So good team. That'll be fun for sure.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, EC Turtle sweeping for Terra Azul. Unfortunately for Terra Azul, leaving the tournament tonight with their 2nd loss in a row, not winning a single game. They finished the season in 7th place. They lost out on KJ. KJ was a big player for them. I think they just need to get used to not having him in the squad anymore, because he was really good at organizing them. But I think they'll be able to bounce back next season for sure. Just this time was a bit tough without KJ leading the way. Even though they had Dr. Aquatic being the main man, they just weren't able to, see off good teams in EC Eternal and EM Dallasburg. So unfortunately for them, their season's over. But we look forward to seeing them come back in season 11. EC Eternal, meanwhile, will go on to the lower quarterfinal, where they will face off against one of Los Verdes and EC Defiance.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Los Verdes got the first round bye, so a lot of people going to be seeing them for the first time here soon. So excited to see them, and yeah, see how they get going here in 10.5.
Same with EC Defiance. I mean, that was an awesome reverse sweep that they had over Wonderwall Blue in the upper quarterfinal. I could see EC Defiance going far right here. I mean, Los Verdes, we still don't know what they're capable of. They will be getting some of their key players back in Mace and a few others, so they might be a tougher proposition for EC Defiance this time around. But I can see EC Defiance going all the way now. I mean, Steel Army, you're down into the lower bracket. EM Dallasburg, I need to put them in that upper final spot. That's my bad. I forgot to put them there. First team in the upper final, by the way, EM Dallasburg. Do you think they could actually go all the way? Like, do you think they have what it takes, or do you think the other teams in EC Defiance and Steel Army are still going to be a bit too much for them?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, no homerism, but I think they're probably the best team right now. I mean, I'm gonna already predict EC Defiance to beat Los Verdes, so that'll be a great series. EC Defiance versus EMDB, and I think between EMDB, EC Defiance, and Steel Army, I think you have your three contenders right there. Maybe EC Eternal. I think they're like one piece away. I think, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to agree for sure. But you know what? There'll be a fun season in the championship as well. This is why I don't want to dismiss them either. I mean, you have 4 sides, 5. Let's not dismiss Wonderwall Blue. They are a damn good team as well. So it could be any of them, to be honest. I'm looking forward to how these guys play. But that about does it for our review tonight. What an insane night of Rocket League action, Luis. I mean, I don't know if we can match this for the rest of the season, but these knockout matches bring the best out of these teams. So I can't wait to see what they have in store for us, you know, for future games.
Oh yeah. Good.
And before we wrap things up, Adifo saying they played really well, they being Frontera Azul. Well, that's really good to read, because my worry was they might struggle to adapt without KJ, but if they played well, then that should serve them well for Season 11 in the future. But we have, on that basis, 7th place decided in both the Premier and the Championship. The Rebellion and EC Turtle, your 7th place teams, whilst KC Cauldron go to the lower quarterfinal. EM Dallasburg, the first team in the upper final, and Steel Army dropping down to the lower quarterfinal, where they face off against Wonderwall Blue. Before we end this, any final words, Luis?
No, I think we covered it all. Thank you everybody for being here late on a Tuesday night. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, I think. Yep,
tomorrow, where Anomaly will be hopping on in after a 7-game performance. He will be hopping on into the commentary booth to commentate Wonderwall Black's first match in SGL against Cinco Doce. We'll see if we can get a commentary partner for him, or if he's going to choose to go solo. But for now, it's the only Bazaar and Luis signing off. Have a good night. We will see you all tomorrow. Peace.